Hey guys, I've got a quick video for you today, but it's a good one. So it's second week of May, and most of the country, the bass have finished spawning. My area, they're finishing up. North, they're just beginning. But after the bass spawn, a real special thing happens, is those bluegills start spawning. And that is my favorite time of year. I love this post-spawn period. The bass really start getting on bluegill. And if you ain't throwing this Megabass Sleeper Gill, you're in trouble. I'm telling you, this thing, if you're throwing a swim jig, you're gonna get beat by me with this. They love this thing. They come unglued when they see this thing and they choke it. This one, as you can see, is completely beaten up. It's starting to rip. I've caught at least 30 fish with this thing, but it doesn't matter. All the colors really work well. The one thing I do is, as you can see, I put a little bit of a spike it pen. I color the tail just a little bit of chartreuse, just a little bit. They got one, this one's still in the package. It comes with the chartreuse tail, but I love all these colors. By the way, keep the empty package, because when you're done using it, put it back in this clamshell and it will keep your bait nice. This I like up north, the perch color. This I like when there's a shad spawn, a shad color. But all the colors are really good. It's a 3/4 ounce bait, but it stays relatively shallow. Today I was throwing it in 6 inches to 1.5 foot at most. There is a cadence that works better. It's not fast, it's not slow, it's medium. You can reel it pretty fast. Real slow, not really, but there is a specific cadence that works the best. You're gonna have to throw it out there, start winding it, and figure it out, but it's not anything, it's a medium slow retrieve. There's a nice head wobble, there's a nice tail wobble. Maybe I'll throw some video in of this thing in the water. This is an awesome bait, guys. If you're throwing a swim jig around bluegill beds and I'm throwing this, I am gonna catch more than you. So for whatever reason with this thing, when they grab it, you have to pause for a second, reel, load up, and sweep set. And you will get them every time. I'll show you, they're always swallow, they hook themselves amazingly with this thing. If they hit it and you just smack them, you're gonna miss them. You're gonna miss them every time. I have no clue why with this thing. I don't know if it's the, I don't know if it's the way the hook is like kind of, see how it's kind of bent, it's like kind of bent down, sort of like an extra wide gap hook, and an extra wide gap hook is not known for smacking them. I have more of a sweep set and I do real well with it. But there's a decent little gap there. But I'm telling you, if you pause for a second, reel up the slack, and sweep set, they will choke it, and this hook will be through the side of their mouth. Or up in here, you'll need pliers to get it out. The areas I would look to throw this are shady areas near bluegill beds. Maybe a laydown, maybe overhanging trees. The bluegills like to spawn around shade. Docks, riprap. This thing gets big, guys. If you are not throwing this thing, you need to start throwing this thing. I like to throw it on 20-pound test, 20-pound fluoro, a medium heavy rod. So if you guys haven't been throwing this thing, I'm telling you, get yourself a few. This is a swim jig on steroids. When the bluegill are spawning, take this thing out and throw it around staging areas. Like, so if you got bluegill beds in a pocket, maybe there's a point here, lay down here, overhang, throw it around that area. Throw it right through the beds. I'm telling you, the bass, they cannot resist this thing. There's something about it they really love, and they get it really good. It also skips really good. I mean, you can fire this thing under docks. So if you have grass, and you have lanes of grass, or maybe stalks of milfoil with holes, this thing is also great at pitching and flipping. I caught a few today doing it, nothing big. But pitching and flipping reeds, flip it out, reel it, flip it out, reel it, flip it out, reel it. I've caught a lot of fish doing that. So it's kind of like a great pitching and flipping bait. It's a really versatile bait, guys. You can catch them deeper with this thing. I've caught them down to 10, 15 foot in the summer when they're around brush piles. This thing is a really neat bait. If you guys have not bought these yet, I definitely recommend going out and get some of these, because it's not only, I mean, it catches some smaller fish, but it catches a lot of good size bass. So this is my favorite time to throw it. Post spawn, when the bluegills are bedding, go out there, get yourself a few, trust in it. This thing smokes them, and I'll see you on the next one.